What up, world? Welcome back to Black Boulevard. We're your hosts, Cordell, Nick, and Neil, with our very special guest, Iman. And today we are talking about money and dating. Iman, should men pay for everything while dating?
No, definitely not.
My homie.
That's what I like. That's what I like.
Maybe so maybe like the first date, be a little gentleman, but like moving forward and stuff like that, no, men shouldn't pay for everything. Not at all. It should be like 50.
I couldn't agree more, but I'll be a little bit more in depth with it. I feel like in my book, a man should pay up every day. I would probably say, first of all, first 2 dates for sure. Third date, I would like to see a woman offer. I'm gonna pay. And then the fourth date, I would honestly like to see the woman say, hey, I want to take you out. Let me take you out for our fourth date. And then that's how I like it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the third date, but definitely the fourth date should definitely be the one where a woman should pay. Like, show me that you got your own money. Show me that you're willing to spend that money on me type shit. Cordell?
I feel like it depends on the financial situation with the man and the woman. If the man is making a shit ton of money, I don't feel like the girl really should have to pay that much money. Like, if I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm in an MBA, I own a company, I'm making a lot of money. You shouldn't really have to pay nothing.
I agree to an extent, only because like I agree, like if I have a lot of money, I should be paying, but at the same time, if that woman don't offer, that says something about her character, despite how much I make.
For sure, yeah, of course. Let's be honest, every guy wants a woman to offer, you know what I mean? But it's just an offer. Like, are they really gonna do it? But my thing is, and women, ladies, I know y'all balling out there. Y'all got businesses. Some of y'all doctors and lawyers. If y'all making more money than the dude, go ahead and pull that wallet out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and pull that credit card out. Go ahead and flex one time. But like I say, it just depends on the financial situation of both parties. Now, if y'all making like equal money, I agree with my homie Nick. First 2, maybe even third date, I got it. But you know what I'm saying? Eventually, baby, spoil me. Take me out. You know what I'm saying? Get me right. Get me right. You know what I mean? Let me wet my feet.
So, so I'm going to give the very politically correct answer here. So for me, from my experiences, the first date paying for, that's kind of ingrained in me. So I'm always going to do the first date thing. After that, I feel like it's a shared responsibility when you become more serious. It's not who has more money, because I feel like that causes issues down the line. Because for me, it's like my last relationship being my most in-depth and longest relationship, we shared everything. We actually worked out a budget together. We had spreadsheets and worked out, okay, this is what we pay for today. This is what we pay for this month. When it came to bills, when it comes to movies, like everything was like equally panned out type of thing. Like the only time when I, did something a little different was when I did like gifts, like Valentine's or anniversaries, or if I'm just thinking about her.
I have a question though, Neil. I have a question. Actually, based on what you said, Neil. So let's say in your specific case, y'all made the same, and Cordell even spoke on this. Iman, if a woman makes considerably more, I'm talking like 100 grand versus her boyfriend makes 20 grand because he works at McDonald's, or he just doesn't have it like that in his life. Maybe she's dating a younger dude. How often should the woman be paying then? In your opinion, first date, the guy pays because that's just how it goes. After that first date, knowing you make $100,000, $200,000, but this guy who might have amazing dick only makes 20K. How do you feel?
I love how you slid that in there.
Slide.
I just naturally feel like if the woman makes more, she should put in, it should be like a 60-40.
Still 60-40.
Come on.
I mean, that's cool. I just want to just...
It just all depends on the person and like your relationship, because I know there's some men out there who are like, you know what, it's okay, I'm gonna take care of it. Obviously, as a woman, I've been in a relationship where I've made more than the dude, and I was paying. So like I don't know.
Hey,
to me,
salute. Hey, salute.
So to me, naturally, if I know I make more money than a guy, I'm gonna be like, you know what, it's okay, cool, it's cool, I got it. Like, don't worry about it.
Is there ever an equation like in your head, like, okay, every 3 days? So let's say y'all do make similar or whatever have you. Is there an equation in your head as a woman that's like, yo, every 3 dates, me, every 2 dates, me? Like, is there anything like that? Or is it just like when I feel it, I do it?
Probably when I feel it, I do it. Well, for one, I don't go on dates unless I know I could pay for myself regardless. Because you never know what the guy, as a woman.
Ladies, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Ladies, let me put y'all on game real quick. Let me teach you how my daddy taught me. He's like, you never go on a date unless you could pay for that. You don't order nothing you can't pay for. You don't buy, like, period. So I don't go on a date with the dude unless I know. That's why I'm always like, okay, where we going? What we doing? Because I want to know, I'm going to have my money together in case anything happens. Because naturally, even in a guy's case, like, let's say I expect a dude to pay for it. Something could happen with his bank account. So I'm just trying to make sure that I got, so I can take care of myself and him if necessary.
For sure. So,
but for me, it's like if a girl pays, I've always experienced, like, if I like a girl and I'm getting serious with her and she starts, I actually feel weird. Like, it actually feels uncomfortable for me if if we're out to a movie and we're getting concessions, popcorn and whatnot, and it comes out to be relatively high, which most concessions does, and she tries to slip me a $10 bill or $5 bill or pull out her card, it actually becomes weird. Especially like if we're like a month or two into the relationship, like I'm like, this ain't right. I have to be resourceful. So I actually like try to look at my bank account prior to us going out, saying, okay, we do this. I need to be able to have like an emergency answer.
Bruh, I feel you said something about concessions, which brought me to an old ass story, man. I actually went out with a girl. I only went out with her once because after she did this, I was done. I went out with a girl. I think we had already went to dinner, and we went to the movie, and we got to the concessions. And when we got to the concessions, she was like, "Hey, I want a popcorn." We're walking to our theater. She's like, "Hey, I want a popcorn." We get to the popcorn stand. She orders popcorn and then steps to the side and just looks at me. Like, and I was just like, you know what, bitch, you are a bold bitch. You will never see me again. I ended up paying for the popcorn. She never saw me again. I asked to go out again. Never did it. But
I love that.
Back to the original topic. In a long-term relationship, Cordell, you can speak on this.
Talk to me.
In a long-term relationship, do you feel like it's a man's responsibility at that point to take care of all of the expenses or a large majority of the expenses? Let's say that the two people do make the same amount.
We make the same amount. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, man. It's always gonna fall on us, bro. At the end of the day, we providers, you know what I mean? So I'm always gonna pay more. Now those numbers can fluctuate. It could be 70-30, 60-40. I don't know too many people that do 50-50. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know too much of it. So guys, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, accept that, take that on the chin, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to pay more, especially if we're making an even amount. But see, it gets tricky when the woman makes an abundance of money. For me, that gets more tricky because I'm like, yo, you making $100, $100, $20, $25, you got your own business, and I'm making, let's say I'm making 50, which is decent.
For sure.
But why do I gotta pay 70%, 60% of the bills, and you making a shit ton, and we're together? We're not dating, we're together. At that point, go ahead.
I don't like the misconception of a woman's money being more valuable than a man's money. I do not like this misconception. Like, it's such bullshit. And then people wonder why men are so different than women and why we think so different. Well, you were raised to not have to pay. You were told play defense. We were told to play offense, that we do have to pay, that we have to do all these things. So naturally, our brains are going to operate a lot differently.
Right.
Yo, what do you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? As far as like,
I mean, I feel like this it's the lines are so blurred now because, like, if you go back to our grandparents and our parents' generation, like, it was pretty cut and dry. Like, the man went to work, he brought home the money, the wife stayed at home, she made the food, make sure the food was cooked, make sure the kids were fed, and they did their homework. And it was plain and simple. Then once we start getting into the 80s, the 90s, then women start to become a little bit more independent. and they started to make their own money, start their own companies. So the line started to get, as time went on into the 2000s and so on and so forth, things started to become a little bit topsy-turvy, because now it's not cut and dry where the man makes the money and the woman stays at home. It's not that dynamic so much anymore now.